Hello.
Today we're going to be talking about Canterbury Tales.
At the suggestion of our good friend Robsy.
Your great friend, because this book is relatable to so many different people.
Basically, Canterbury Tales was the first story where people stopped being polite and started being real.
It's basically the real world before MTV messed it up.
You had a lot of interesting, angry, drunken characters just butting heads like this.
They started being honest and vulnerable and raw with each other, and tales of revenge and lust.
So it starts out that all these pilgrims have gathered in London.
Now, they're not the regular American pilgrims that we might think about.
These are not the pilgrims that went over on the Mayflower and killed turkeys and put fish in the ground to grow corn.
With their little cute hats and their little aprons and Winona Ryder.
These pilgrims were on the way to the chapel in Canterbury, hence the name of the book.
Just going to get blessings from their little parishes in their little English villages.
This was a long, arduous journey.
Probably at least like 80 miles, and they're going by foot because there's no cars or horses. Horses weren't thought of yet.
But boy oh boy were they bored.
They didn't have Kindles to pop their Angry Birds on.
You couldn't turn on Netflix while you were in the car and watch the latest season of this or that.
Netflix binges.
They didn't have, road trip mixes on Spotify.
Or play the license plate game, because what's that? A license? What is a plate? I'm just a pilgrim.
A man said, I have an idea.
Hello, I have an idea.
Oh, my name?
Call me the host.
The host with the most, who makes the most toast.
Let's tell a story.
Why don't we all have a storytelling competition?
Everybody gets to tell 2 stories on the way to Canterbury, and then they get there, they get the blessings.
2 stories on the way there, 2 stories back, that's 4 stories.
That's just how math works.
The winner of this competition will get a free sandwich when we get back to London.
Just a beautiful sandwich with bread that has been cooked.
My secret is I put potato chips on the sandwich.
Potato chips.
I know it seems lowbrow, but it's really good. Trust me, I'm a host.
It's perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect.
There was the fireman's tale. The fireman, of course, told a story about a knight who kills a dragon using nothing but a fireman's hose.
Water beats fire.
There was the barmaiden's tale, which is more of a dirty joke. I'm not going to repeat it.
I think Chaucer just put it in to, yank his own chain.
The barmaiden did what I like to refer to as playing to the fives.
3 different types of things or people or animals walk into the barmaiden's place of work, blah, blah, blah.
There was a turtle who told a story about how he beat a rabbit in a foot race using nothing but ingenuity and patience.
Actually, that was quite possibly an Aesop fable.
It was a Canterbury tale, and then Aesop traveled through time to steal it.
No one knows which came first, the rabbit or the hare.
There was this old school mom who came forward and said, I have a very long story about a boy who becomes a wizard and goes on crazy adventures.
She says, it's the boy who lived. And everybody in the crowd goes, oh, come on, not with this kid again.
We've heard that story already, you old school mom.
We're done, we're done, we're done.
The postman's story. The postman said, every time I go and deliver a package, I ring the 1 time, and if they're not there, I ring a 2nd time. Always.
He had a package that could not be dropped off without a signature.
One time there was a lady and I delivered a package to her, and boy oh boy did we get into some trouble. They made a movie about it.
It's called You've Got Mail.
There was a mouse who wore a very large hat, much too big for him. He told a story about how he got separated from his family in New York City and went on his own adventure involving a cat voiced by Dom DeLuise.
The mouse, whose family was actually Russian, and they were escaping Russia to New York, which for me sounds more like a prison.
There was the second mouse who came forward, the second mouse's tale.
2 perfectly normal human beings go to an orphanage full of children, human children that need love, and they pick a mouse.
If I were in Chaucer's writing workshop, I would have said, hey, cool it with all the mice.
Nobody relates with mice.
People don't like mice, they carry plagues.
We don't need a story full of rodents.
I know you told that story about a turtle.
People don't get scared of turtles, they're too slow.
They say, oh, a turtle's coming, we have plenty of time.
Mice are scurry around. They've got big teeth. Oh no, that's rats. They're basically the same thing, mice and rats. Cousins.
Everybody tells a tale, including Chaucer, who wrote himself into the book.
We know you wrote the book because your name's on the cover.
Could you be a little bit more creative?
Like, okay, we get it. You're famous.
At the end of the book, he apologized for writing what he had just written.
Please forgive me for making this book so terribly offensive and just almost unreadable.
He said, I'm sorry, I know it was offensive. Forgive me.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Too late, Chaucer. I don't forgive you.
We don't forgive you. And we never will.
The time for apologies is over. It's too late. You've done too much.
And that's Canterbury Tales.
I don't think I can bounce back from this. This will have always happened. Hey everyone, thanks a lot for watching. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel down there, or if you're watching this on Facebook, go to our YouTube channel and then subscribe to it. It's that easy, and it would make me happy.
Yeah guys, subscribe below!